This is what my morning routine is like. I wake up every day at 6 a.m. I spend the next 30 minutes just freshening up, brushing my teeth, washing my face, and stretching. I added stretching into this time because I found in the past that when I just woke up and I went straight into the next activity, sometimes I ended up falling asleep. I ended up dozing off and literally waking up hours later. And so I found that stretching actually helps me to kind of waken up my body, and it's just a pattern that is working for me. So that's what I do in the first 30 minutes. Then the next 1 hour, I spend the next 1 hour doing a morning walk. And during my morning walk, I spend time in prayer, I spend time listening to audio Bible, and I spend time just meditating, depending on what the tone is like for the day. And I also spend time planning and reflecting on what I want the day to be like. And by the time I get home from my morning walk, I freshen up, I shower, and then I get into breakfast. And literally at that point, it has set the tone for the day. I'm ready to take on whatever the day has. I'm ready to go on to the next task. And literally, I found that I end up having the most productive days. But it was not always so. There was a time in the past where I used to sleep at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, sometimes even as bad as 6 a.m. And that would mean that I'd wake up at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or even sometimes at midday. Now imagine starting your day in the afternoon. That is crazy because it cuts down the time that you have to achieve so many things for the day. Like the number of hours that you have to do productive things is way less than if you woke up in the morning. I'm sharing this because I found that changing my morning routine is one of the biggest, the most immense steps that I took into having a more disciplined life. And it's not just about waking up early in the morning, because you can equally wake up at 6 a.m. and just laze around in your bed for the next 3 hours and do nothing productive. And it will just be another day with longer hours of laziness and unproductiveness. So, as much as I am talking about waking up early, and I advise waking up early because I can't do things like taking a 1 hour walk at 12 p.m. Like the sun is out and bright and hottest around those times. So waking up really early before the sun actually rises helps me to do that. You don't necessarily have to wake up at 6 a.m. But what is most important is that you set the tone for your day by doing productive things the minute you wake up. Don't wake up and get your phone and start pressing your phone, because it is most probably going to set a tone for spending the day doom scrolling on your phone. Put things in order to help you have the most productive day as soon as you wake up. So if that means for you putting your phone in an entirely different room from where you sleep, if you're one of those people who you find that the minute you wake up, the first thing you're reaching for is your phone to just start scrolling, then it may mean putting your phone in an entirely different room so that when you wake up and you reach out, your phone's not there. And then you have to find what to do next. And you find that you actually step out of bed and then remember all the things that you have planned and start working towards those things rather than pressing your phone. So, the essence of what I'm telling you now is that you might find that what you actually need is just to change your morning routine. I can't explain to you how much waking up at those times, waking up to have a productive morning routine sets the tone for the day. It literally makes me feel like the day is so bright, like there is so much I can achieve, and it makes it feel like there's so many hours for me to achieve all the things that I want to achieve, as compared to when I wake up at 12 and it's like, oh my god, I have to rush and get to this office, I have to rush and get to this store before it closes, and I end up not doing a lot of things because now everything is in a rush and you're trying to beat time and you're probably going to be late for everything. But when you wake up early and you're calm and you spend your time in meditation, literally there's all these hours in the day, it sets the tone. You can calm down, you can actually think, you can actually plan, you can actually be productive as compared to the alternative. So you may find that what you actually need right now is to just change your morning routine. If you could just put your phone down, if you could just focus on doing things that help and build your mind and build your body and build you as a person. If you could find that you wake up early and do a couple of those things that just help you unwind, help you plan for the day, help you look at all the prospects for the day, then you might find that you might change your life entirely, because the way that you look at things will change completely.